Here goes nothing. So this video is about anxiety. And let me just take care of two things first. One, I'm not a doctor. I know this. Two, I'm not a therapist. I know this. Okay? Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, I don't want to hear...
You're not a therapist, so how do you know? You're not a doctor. How do you know?
Because listen, I'm just a guy who has had to deal with anxiety without any help from any doctors or medication. I taught myself how to master my anxiety, and I am here to give you tips on how I did it. Now, let the record show that these tricks that I learned took time, sweat, blood, and tears. Well, maybe not the blood part, but sweat and tears. Okay, so for those of you who do not understand or don't know what it's like to have anxiety, it's pretty much like this.
You can't do that. You'll fail. No, you shouldn't do that. Because everyone will judge you and treat you like a wild animal that needs to be put down. You can't do that because no matter what you do, everyone will be against you. Everyone will hate you because you're not doing what they say. You're not pleasing their needs. And I'm going a little overboard on this. But you know what? How else am I supposed to teach you the point?
Okay, I may have had just a little bit too much fun with the voice editing out, but hey, it's, for some people, it will be spot on what that little voice in their head, which is anxiety, that tells them they can't do things for whatever reason. Okay? So now that the people who don't have anxiety know what it's like, have an idea. So, there. Check that one off. Now let's talk turkey. Some people who do know me personally, they've never seen me with anxiety. Why? I hid it. Didn't want people to know. Sometimes it was evident, but I still knew how to camouflage it. Now, these techniques took a long time to work out the kinks. I'm telling you. Ugh, some of the stuff that would get me all anxious and stuff. Oof. Don't want to go through that again, but on occasion it does happen. So anxiety does nip me in the butt sometimes, but not like it used to. So to put it fairly, I got it about 85 to 90% under control. Maybe 95, I'm not sure. But anyways, I had to tell myself that anxiety, I'm going to just slap you in the face, and I'm going to go do this. Because you know what? I am the master, not you. Okay? Another trick that took me a while to develop was, in my mind's eye, I picture myself with a cast iron skillet, and I hit my anxiety over the head with the cast iron skillet. Yes, I know, I've watched 2 and 8 episodes of Looney Tunes, but it honestly helps. Now, some of you are going to say,
Well, that's easier said than done.
You don't say. It's like I took maybe 2-3 years to figure this out. No. Oh my God. Excuse the sarcasm. I'm slightly sarcastic. But honestly, my hope for this video is for the 2-3 years that I had to take to get to this point where I take my anxiety and tell it to go take a long walk off a short cliff. Took time. But yeah, I'm hoping with the tricks or techniques, we can cut that time in half. Because I know how horrible it is to have that nagging little voice in the back of your head telling you can't do things, telling you can't have fun because of whatever reason it decides to give you, okay? And honestly, anxiety will do anything to stay in your head. For example, when I said, that's easier said than done. That's not you talking. That's the anxiety. Trying to say, no, 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 no. Why? Because someone's calling it's bullshit on him. He knows, like, uh-oh, someone's onto my routine.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it'll do anything to stay. It'll do anything to keep you under its foot. When, in fact, I know for a fact that you want to put it under your foot. Because you're tired. You are tired of not being able to do things because of anxiety. Now, I did this all without medication. Why? I don't know. Well, actually, I do. It's just, I didn't want to be under the substance and be dependent on it. I wanted to do it myself and know that I can be the master of myself and not anxiety. Another factor that some people will not particularly like, they just won't accept it for their own reasons is I also had God to help me out. Yeah. He showed me a lot, but if you're not part of that crowd, then I will do my best to explain it to where you can do it too. But he really does help. I'm telling you. But let's move on, shall we? Now to prove that you're a strong person, even though your anxiety says you're not, if you've gone all this time and you're still kicking and screaming and doing all the things that you do, but you still feel like you're under leash, you're a strong person because you did it without succumbing to what anxiety can do. Make you do things that you would regret, which I'm not going to get into because it's a spotty topic, or just part of the topic, if you will. Well, yes, there are some of you who have anxiety who do rely on medication. If you need it, and I mean truly need it, then go for it. But I think, and I would hope, you would like to learn how to keep anxiety under wraps without medication. I think that would be a good personal goal to set for yourself. Anyways, it's basically just telling your anxiety to go shove it, to take a hike, or hit it over the head with a cast iron skillet. But yeah, it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes practice, and at first you'll lose a lot. I mean a lot, because eventually in the beginning you'll succumb to the anxiety, but over time you'll be like, you know what, no, I'm gonna go do this. I don't care what happens. Okay, if you don't like it, tough tamales. So essentially it's building up your self-confidence in yourself, which is a task in itself. But don't build up your confidence to appease others, but do it for yourself, okay? Because the one thing the world has taught me is people are jerks, no matter where you go. And it sucks, but if anything, do it for yourself. Okay? Yeah, I don't have anxiety attacks. I don't let myself have them, but there's still some things that get to me, like crowds, because people are irritating. But for the most part, I just tell my anxiety to go shut up. That's pretty much it. And now it listens and says, okay, I'll do it. It cowers. It does not have power over me for the most part. And I would like to see others be in the same boat. Be like, hey, I can do this because I don't let my anxiety get the best of me. And I think everyone will benefit from this. Now, this might not work for you. I'm not 100% sure. It worked for me, but my tricks may not work for you. But if they do, rock on, man. Rock on. Anyways, I hope this helped. If you want to know more and better detail, comment or message me. I don't know. Anyways, good night.